He's got the whole production stopped. Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the channel. It is Monday, August 23rd, and we are out here at Sugarberry early this morning. I'm gonna take a look at these beans, and we're gonna look for insects and worms. So I'm gonna check it out real quick. Got my drop cloth, and I'll kind of show you how that works real quick, and we'll see what's out here. Only bad part about coming out here first thing in the morning is when it's got a heavy dew, your pants get soaking wet. That's all right. We're not gonna let that stop us today. So, all right, here's what we do. You take your drop cloth, you lay it down in between two rows, just like that. And then you're gonna take your arm, shake this row, and then you're gonna shake this row. And basically we're gonna see whatever was on the plant is gonna fall on this black cloth, and then we can count up how much was on these plants and get an idea of how bad the insects are. All right, here we go. All right. Good gosh at all the worms. Wow. All right, we got a lot of stuff. Kudzu bug. Worms, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's an army worm. 11. Oh man, we got bugs everywhere. Woo. More worms. That's not good, guys. That's a 3-cornered alfalfa. Kudzu, 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 army worm. I think I've already seen him. Yeah. Anyway, now you can kind of see what was on the plants. When you lay this down, it kind of catches everything. I don't know what that one is right there, but I think it's a stink bug. These little ones right here. And that one. Not sure if that's the red-banded stink bug, because that's the really, really bad one. If it is, anyway. Well, there's enough out here anyway. We're gonna spray, so. I'll go walk and we'll take a look in another part of the field, but I feel like it's gonna be the same way. And what these insects and worms and all will do is that, you see what they're doing to the leaves? They're eating the leaves. They're just eating holes in all the leaves. And basically, if the plant doesn't have any leaves, it's gonna start shutting down and dying. The red-banded stink bugs and all that, they'll actually get into the pods and stuff. Worms are mostly just eating the foliage, the leaves. Golly, that's bad. Bad shake. Whew. All right, same deal. We'll put the drop cloth down, and then we'll give it a shake on each side, and we'll see what we got. The beans look good. They got a lot of rain over the weekend. We didn't do any harvesting of corn. Basically, it rained Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, off and on. So corn harvest was shut down over the weekend. But all our other crops needed the rain, and I think most of every farm just about got some kind of rain, like a ½ inch or so. Some got more, some got less, but all right, let's shake these. Good night. Bugs all landing all over me. Get this shake. Find the drop cloth, get it up out of there, and then we'll lay it across these rows. Good gosh. Kudzu. Stink bug. Golly, we got a lot of stuff, guys. See the worms? Worms. What that guy's doing? Oh my gosh, look at all the stuff. These little guys right here will ruin your crop. You think you're okay, you ride by and you look out here, oh, it looks good, but if you don't get out here and actually walk and shake, you'll come back in 3 weeks and you won't have any leaves and the whole crop will be ruined. All right, that is terrible. Definitely know what to do here. I don't need to go any farther. Big problem. This needs spraying immediately. Whew. We made it down to Blackwell's Bend, and looks like we got a lot of rain down here over the weekend. I talked to somebody that lived real close to here. Said Friday night they got 3 inches of rain. So then I know it caught a rain Saturday. I don't know about Sunday, but ground is pretty wet. Pretty muddy. But I'll fill the corn in the stalk right here. And if the corn is dry, then we'll run. We don't want to rut up the field, but we've got 4-wheel drive on that combine. And if the corn's dry, we're going to get the corn. Field's a little damp. Stalk's got just a little bit of moisture to it. But I won't know for sure till I dip out there with the combine and see what the combine says the moisture is, and then we'll go from there. But it will be on the muddy side, that is for sure. I've left that open before. Big mistake. When we know we got a bunch of rain coming, I'll leave that little door open, and that way all the water will drain out of my tank. And I won't have a lot of rotten corn in there when I get back going. Every time. Every time. Every time, every time, every time. That's the battery disconnect. I don't know why I always forget the battery disconnect is off. Or on, whatever you call it. Well, I went this far and I wasn't getting a moisture reading, and when that happens I know exactly what's wrong. Golly, I got to get it together this morning. What happens is it's blowing a fuse on the where it checks the moisture, and what it was probably had some corn in there, and it sat over the weekend, which you'll see what I'm talking about. But anyway, it's got a little bitty auger, and if that corn got in there and germinated for some reason, or just sat in there and got wet maybe, and then as soon as that little auger tried to turn this morning, if it can't turn, it'll blow this little fuse, little 5-amp fuse. So I guarantee you that's a problem. So I don't know what my moisture was. Here's where it does all the moisture reading. It's got an auger right in here, and as the corn is going up the clean grain elevator, it's falling into this, and this little auger is pulling corn in and pushing it out, pulling it in, pulling it out, and then here's the brains. These are the brains of the whole thing. This is where it's calculating all the calculating the moisture. We got to take these little 2 tabs out, pull the auger out. We'll clean that out and then put it all back together. But here's where the fuse is. Fuse. Well, it does not look blown. The fuse does not look blown. All right, let's pull that auger out and see what it looks like in there. That ain't good. So this is a little auger that brings corn in and then pushes it back out all day long. Thought I was gonna have a lot of corn in there when I took it out, but there was not. So kind of scratching my head here. I really don't know what the problem is. We'll put this back in there. I'll go ahead and stick the new fuse in there, and we'll get back in the combine and we'll cut a little more and see if the moisture starts reading. Everything for the moment is working. We figured out the moisture sensor problem. Basically all I did was shut down the machine. Usually when you have an electrical issue, they're not communicating right or something. So what we did is we cut off the combine, let it sit for 10 seconds, cranked it back up, and I guess the computer started communicating, and it's working fine now. That's all I did. So I knew that I never have any trouble with that moisture sensor, except if it gets clogged up or a corn cob goes through there and chokes up that auger. It always blows that fuse, and that's the #1 problem when I do have a problem. But a little bit confused at first when it wasn't that, but it is working now. We're anywhere from 20 to 23.5, 24 on the moisture. So hopefully that'll get a little bit better as we go through the day. But right now, we're combining. Even though we have a love-hate relationship with deer, but when you got little ones out here, we always try to get them out of the way so they don't get run over. Got a little guy right here. Hey, buddy. Come on, buddy. Come on. Can you get up for me? Trying to come by in here. You'll just go that way. About 12 feet, we'll be good. Come on. There you go. That way. There you go. He's got the whole production stopped. Come on, go a little bit farther. Alright. Stay right there. Poor little guy was probably born this morning. His mom will be back for him. She's probably right over there in the woods. If he'll just let me get these rows right here, we'll leave him alone. And then his mom will come get him. There he is. You can't hardly see them when you're combining. They'll just be right in front of you. Guys, that's going to be it for the video. I hope y'all enjoyed it. It was a pretty uneventful day. But we got all the trucks loaded. Grain carts are loaded. I'm loaded. So we're going to call it a day. We had a great day of running. We covered a lot of ground. We ran really hard. Loaded a ton of trucks. And had a very productive day. So hopefully we can keep that up this week. And I don't want to say this because I'm going to jinx myself. But I think by Wednesday or Thursday we'll be wrapping this farm up. So hope you enjoyed the video. If you don't mind, like always, hit that thumbs up if you like the video and click the Triple R Farms logo. Other than that, we're out, guys, and we will catch y'all on the next one. See you guys.